Obviously it wasn't the outcome that you guys wanted. But what do you take away from this postseason experience?
It's a little unique not having the fans and all the loud noises and everything, but it's still the most meaningful game I've ever played in, and got to be on the same field as a number one seed team in the Rays, and it's pretty cool for me because I grew up coming to games here. That's where I first fell in love with the game, and just to be able to, in this big of a game time, big time game, just be able to be on the field was pretty special for me.
And it's obviously been such a weird year, but what happens next for you now that it kind of returns to almost a normal off season?
Yeah, so you reflect on the year, look at what you did bad, look at what you did good, and you kind of go to work from there. Take some time off to mentally recharge, and then just get right back on it and just start the process of getting better. And looking forward to 2021.
For sure. Thank you.
Go ahead, Shai.
Hey, Nate. Thanks for doing this. You're as methodical as in your process and your development as they come. I'm just wondering, from a workload perspective, how will you reflect on the amount of work you managed to get in this year? How do you feel like all the things you managed to do this year set you up for next year and beyond?
Yeah, so I'll reflect on this year on what I did bad and what I did good. I ended on a high note, which is was always what you want to do. And I'll kind of look back on my 4 starts, and obviously I wasn't throwing as well as I could. And, just kind of take that into the offseason and really work on the development of being a starter and coming back into spring training with a, good head on my shoulders, and just go from there.
With the way that the coaching staff managed the rotation this year and some of the trends in baseball, what has that sort of taught you about what you need to be able to do in order to be the type of starter that you want to be that you envision yourself to be?
Just be able to go through the lineup 3 times. Obviously, we didn't have this year is a little unique, being a shortened season, so we really wanted to make sure we win each game. But I definitely want to be a guy that goes late into the games and is able to go through that lineup a 3rd time. And I know a lot of the guys on our team are able to do that. And, just kind of build that repertoire and atmospheres for when I'm pitching.
Appreciate it, man. Have a good offseason.
Thank you.
Go ahead, Arden.
Hey, Nate. Were you able to get the same sort of level of adrenaline from this game today without fans? Did it feel like a playoff atmosphere?
Yeah, definitely. Obviously we didn't have the fans, but it definitely felt like I was playing in front of 50,000 people. Obviously, when you're in that moment and what's on the line, there's so much more adrenaline, especially me being from Tampa and playing in a playoff game and in Tampa. It was pretty special for me. So I was I was amped up and ready.
When you look back at your year and how things, played out with the injury and things like that, what do you think you were able to learn from what you went through this year that you can kind of carry with you into next season?
Yeah, definitely some up and downs from this season, but definitely carry on and ending on a high note, and just look at what I was able to do, and just continue that confidence into next year and whatever role I may be in, and just continue the success.
Might be a little early to ask you this, but in previous off seasons, you spent time at Driveline, you've kind of gone different places to try to improve. Do you have any plans for that for this off season?
I don't have any plans right now. I wasn't assuming that we were going to be done this early, but definitely start thinking about it here in the next 2 weeks when I'm resting and whatnot.
Cool. Thank you, man.
Yeah, thank you.